Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. For this video we'll be going through a unboxing of the Core Gundam in its G-3 colours and the Veetwo Unit, and this was from Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise, released by Bandai back in 2019. So I'm basically making my headway into trying to go through and build all these various planet system sets. Yes. So I already started the Mercury one some time ago. Well, it's supplement kits anyway. Earth 3's in progress, so I thought I'll keep the momentum going. Some of the supplementary weapons have been uploaded recently, and I think I'll probably upload Mars 4 very soon. Which means this video, by the time you see it, will probably be the day after Mars 4 weapons. And hopefully before doing the Core Gundam and Mars 4 unit. So, that's the current plan anyway. In terms of what we have here, so there is the wonderful front of the kit. So the Veetwo Gundam, quite prominent on the front, but on the side you have the breakdown of the Veetwo Unit and the Core Gundam in a G3 colour scheme. I actually forgot that the Core Gundam seems to switch through a few different colour variations, so it'll be interesting to see if the colour variation gives it a bit more, I'm trying to think of the word and it's not coming to my mind for some reason. Variation, there we go. So the Core Gundam is the same up until the Uraven, so I'm hoping the colour variations will give it a bit of a subtle difference, other than the obvious colour. So that's the front of the box. Bottom of the box, going from right to left, so there's a combination of V2 and Mars 4 on a core. The Core Gundam V2 armor, or Venus armor. It gets very confusing after a while. Making a fully armed V2 Gundam. So that's the V2 units / armor with the weapons. And then over here we pretty much have a breakdown of what's included in the box itself. So the V2 units, which has the V2 armor on it, and that goes onto the Core Gundam. That's becoming really confusing really quickly. The side of the box, so there's a nice look once again at the actual kit itself. On the other side, it's back to the more CG art of the V2. And then, once again, right to left to be different. And there's once again the Core Gundam with the V2 units in the Veetwo Gundam. So there you go, Core Gundam and Venus armor by the Hero Tour dock with the planet system. It does get a tad bit confusing. Be interesting to see if I actually figure it all out by the time I hit the last one. And nothing on the back of the box, and there very rarely is. So that was a quick view of around the box. So, cracking open the box, what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3 bags of runners and a instruction booklet manual at the bottom. It doesn't look like there's a lot in terms of the runners, but the Core Gundam is relatively small, and having done the Mercuon armor / unit and having seen the construction for the Earth 3 armor, it doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it's still good value for money by the end of it. So we will, well, I will crack open these plastic bags and we will have a nice look through the actual runners, and maybe I can try and loosely remember what's new and what isn't, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so now that everything is out of the plastic bags, so there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 runners, which isn't too bad, but we'll go through, have a look at some of those in a moment. So right now we have the front of the manual, nice color image, so that's pretty much just a rehash of the front of the box art. There we have the Veetwo Gundam with its full V2 weapon set, as you can see from the weapons on the back. So the Veetwo Gundam, another blurb about Hiroto, a little blurb about Magi, who would have been from the first season of Build Divers. So that's the front and back. So we have the Core Gundam, the Veetwo Unit. So this is just going over the included weapons, and then the Venus armor with the V2 weapons attached as well. So I'm guessing this is the full V2 unit with the armor and weapons. So those would have been the weapons that came in the V2 weapon set, which I will probably link somewhere, either in the description or at the end of the video. Haven't decided. But yes, should actually look like a very impressive ranged unit once completed. Flipping it open. Okay, it's going to be one of those ones, which really shouldn't surprise me because I did Earth 3 the other day or two. So pretty much just going through Core Gundam, the V2 unit, and then the final docking sequence. So the first part will be the Core Gundam, which is exactly as I recall it from the Earth 3 instructions. In fact, it's probably literally piece for piece, graphic for graphic. In terms of layout, it is. And then at the bottom of that middle page starts the V2 unit, which once again will be similar across all of them, which is good. I mean, the way that they've done it in such a way that each section has some of its own unique aesthetics, but maintaining that universal platform, which is kind of cool. So that's pretty much just prepping up the V2 unit with the various Venus armor. And then, trying to get a gauge of everything. Okay, that would be it. And then from here on in, with the actual color pages, goes through the actual docking of the Venus armor to the Core Gundam, which is done in a nice, clever way, which is pretty cool. That's actually not too bad at all. So this last bit is just alluding to the fact that you can combine all of that with the V2 weapons, which are sold separately, but that will give you the full loadout of the Veetwo Gundam. Now, if I just do that properly. Okay, so that was the instruction manual. Put that aside momentarily. Now, what else came in the box? So we have a set of foil stickers, hardly unusual. Eyes, camera. Part of it will be for the docking platform. And I'm sure there's probably a weapon camera lens there, maybe. So nothing too out of the ordinary there. First frame, A-frame. Off the top of my head, it potentially is a recycled frame, but I cannot confirm that right now since I actually haven't finished the 03. But we do have some various colours on it. We've got the purple, some nice fluorescent green here. This other, I guess turquoise is probably the correct label for it. I'm terrible when it comes to labeling colours. And then up here, feels like maybe a darker purple. So there's the 4 colours there on the A runner. Now for the B runner, I'll start off with this one. So it's B1. Now I'm fairly confident this is exactly what was in 03 because I know this is all the Core Gundam through and through. So that's B1. And there's also a B2, which I feel is purely unique to the V2 itself. Interestingly enough, looking at how it's been done, I wonder if that was the master plan for it. Which probably means there'll be a B frame here somewhere. I'm guessing there might have been one up there. Can't remember, to be honest. Both are in white. But there's no real, so the frames don't copy each other though. So that was the B runner, well, the 2 B runners, and their awesome white glory. C runner, this will be a copy of what was in the 03, but I think the 03 was more your standard grey. This is a much lighter grey. Possibly even a very off purple, can't actually tell. But there'll be parts for the Core Gundam, well, majority will be Core Gundam, armaments and things like that, which is nice. So that's the C in that one colour. We have a D runner. And this is probably in a black / dark blue. I'm going to say black, but because there are parts that are unique to the V2, it could very well be dark blue. But that's a smaller frame as well. Obviously, this and this are all for the docking system. And the other remaining parts will be for the Gundam itself. So that was D. No more main runners after that. So here's the polycap. Not in the traditional grey, but more in that grey, well, that lightish grey, purpley grey, that the C runner was in. So that's your polycaps. And last included runner beam saber effects. And these are the flat end ones. So your SB9. So both a short effect and a long effect. So that was pretty much what was included in the box. So definitely not too bad. Looking at the contents, it really doesn't feel like there's a lot to build, but me being me will manage to somehow drag everything out forever and a day. But that's okay. I'm happy to do that. I just appreciate the fact I'm getting the opportunity to catch up on building through these actual planet system variants. Just because there's been a lot of other theme builds happening in the past few months. Some of it just still not finished. And I've got plenty of ad hoc stuff that I'd like to do as well. So that was the Core Gundam and Veetwo Unit unboxing. We'll see when the actual review comes up, but as I'll mention in a few moments, keeping an eye on my Instagram page will be a good place to know when things are in the actual pipeline and actually making some traction. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment down below and a like if you enjoyed this content. Subscribe if you wish to follow my channel and stay up to date with upcoming releases. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, and a link to that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you for your support to help grow this channel. Please stay safe and take care, and I will see you in the next video, which, spoiler, will probably be the Core Gundam and Mars 4 unit. But we'll see. I could throw a small curveball if I wanted to. Anyway, take it easy guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.